soldier. Listen, let's say African soldier. Now they're seeking way African soldier. Women, Ruma African soldier. Jomo Kenyatta African soldier. Patrice Lumumba African soldier. Marcus Garvey African soldier. African soldier, show your power. Show your power.
Whenever life steers you in a new direction, just hold on tight and enjoy the ride. A good leader pushes you to become better for your own good. A good leader will be somebody who will inspire you, encourage you to dream big. Everyone makes mistakes. It is how you respond to correction that shows that the level of your character. Remember that difficulties in life are intended to make us better. That better, never quit. Because those who quit never win. Have you heard of someone who quits within the competition, within the dream, a race, and that person never been declared as a winner? That's a big no, and that's a period. It's good to be here, folks. Welcome to the Friday's edition of Good Morning Liberia. It's good to be back on this radio. Yes, indeed. The promise is to be good, too many things to talk about. But guess what? It's on the Friday. Yes, indeed. Good morning, my Gibby County. Good morning, Riverses. Good morning, Grand Bassa. Good morning, bombing Grand Kitmount, Wapulu Counties. You guys are so special this morning. Bong, Lo-Fi, Grand Jida, Maryland. If you're there in Grand Cool, like to say good morning, River G, Sino, River Says County. It's good to be here. And I'm told River Says is the first county so far to qualify for the quarter stage of the National County Sports Meet. River G, that's River Says County, indeed is a giant. It's proving some level of supremacy in Grand Bassa. And on tomorrow, the last rounds of the National County Sports Meet, that's a group stage, will be staged across the country at different venues. And I'm being told that the last game of River Says, will be played in Monrovia instead of Buchanan. Yeah, that's the information so far we have received. And Bon County, one of the games that has been played in Bon County will be in Nima Gantaran tomorrow as well. Tomorrow is Saturday. But let me welcome Harris on the far right. Good morning, Harris. How are you?
Good morning, Parker. Good morning to the folks. I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty well. And like every one of you out there, I believe you are well. And you are doing fine as well. And so I'm good. I'm good on this Friday.
Certainly, Harris is good. He's good on a Friday. The weekends begins today.
Definitely it is. It begins on today. And the weekend is very long, right? It begins today and it ends on Tuesday. So imagine we'll have
It's a long, long
very
weekend.
long weekend. And so we expect every one of us to be prepared for it. We expect every one of us by this time we should be at certain level now in terms of preparation. Yeah, because today is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, you have the festive season, the Christmas celebration, of course. I know. So by this time, everyone, I believe, yeah, at least 85% prepared.
Have you? If you are talking about people, then prepared, how prepared are you?
Well, to some extent, I'm prepared. Right. I don't want to place it at a specific percentage because I'm still hopeful.
Still
I'm still
hopeful.
hopeful of being fully prepared.
All of us are still. You still. Vosa, I feel Vosa Liberia has prepared you.
Voice Library has prepared all of his staffs, definitely. It is one of the media institutions that live up with its obligation with our staffs, right? And yeah, but in spite of that, we are still
you
necessary
stay,
to stay.
you stay, you stay
Yeah,
open
man.
to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
prepared. It's good to
Mm,
be here,
mm.
folks. Those of you watching this morning, all you need to do, leave your comment in the comment section. Tell us exactly where you have joined the conversation from this morning. Share the live. That's one of the things you need to do. Share the live this morning. There are too many things we need to talk about, folks.
Mm.
And today is Friday. And on today's presentation, we decided to go social. So we will be going social today, and that is at 8 o'clock. We have a very interesting conversation here for you today. So those of you watching, stay with us, share the live, tell us exactly where are you following the conversation from this morning. And let's be at home. This is the voice of Liberia. My name is April Parker. And it's great to be here this morning on the beautiful Friday. The weekend begins on today. Those of you who normally don't make the weekend lazy, hey, take time. The Christmas is just right next door. It's a Monday, right? The official celebration will be on Monday.
It'll be
So
on Monday.
the Christmas will be on Sunday. And as per our normal thing here in Liberia, once it falls on the Lord's Day, it will be postponed or celebrated the next day. So Monday officially, we will celebrate the Christmas. So if you just mind the jolly and at the end of the day you just use everything today, I know how your business will be on Monday. Yeah, so they got certain things they say you on your own, so you will be on your own on Monday. Yeah, so it is a long, long,
Mm.
long weekend, Harris. It
Very long.
is a long, long weekend. Have you planned to maybe spend your holiday out of Monrovia like I was planning? Have you thought of doing that?
Well, obviously, and I do it every year, right? One of the things I do is that I believe if I can spend all of the time in Monrovia, it is important that during these times I go out, I meet with, say I have a time with my family back home.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it's obviously important. And so today is Friday. After the show, of course, I have to do Boss Library work on Saturday. Saturday, yeah, I leave for Bombay. Sunday is the day, which is the 25th. And I'll be there Monday morning. I have to return back to work. Obviously, because we journalists, we don't have holidays, right? The news will have to go. And so that's how I plan to celebrate. Yeah, that's how I intend to spend the weekend. And so on Saturday, I leave for Bombay. Monday morning, I returned. And afterwards, the holiday, as usual, stay home. I feel at home and they'll have a time to read through my Bible, have a time to have some reflection, witness some of these godly movies and things. Just have a reflection of how this day, the person of which we are celebrating, I mean, their life, their struggle and what have you. For me, that's just how I celebrate Christmas.
Okay.
And on New Year, New Year for the new people. That was
So
completely
that's when you encourage the
different.
newcomers.
Yeah, New Year for the new people.
Okay. All right. So let's acknowledge those of you watching this morning. Yes. So you just have to keep following. There is a special conversation that I want for even those of you watching this morning, those of you viewing this morning to participate, right? Honorable George Watkins Jr. says, "Good morning, voice of Liberia, and a pleasant good morning to the peace-loving people of Riverside County, the land of supremacy." Yes, Riverside is
Mhm.
proving some level of supremacy in the ongoing national content sport meet. Say thanks for the show. I'm following you live from my comfort zone in District 13, Monserrado County, Liberia. Thanks. Samuel King says, I'm watching from Banca City, Bon County. Thanks for joining us, Samuel.
Bon Canada.
That is that was Samuel King.
Sure, I was American.
Then, yeah, Louis D. Cruz Jr. It says, good morning. I'm following from Plebo City, Maryland County. Thanks for joining us. Papa Keita, good morning, voice of Liberia. I'm CDC. Papa Success, that's Papi Success Keita. I find a Dupont Road, Kojo Johnson, and says, Kojo Furniture Works. We thank God for another opportunity. Okay, so he's joining us. Is it from Kumasi? Yes. Okay. It's great to be here, folks. And too many things to talk about. But like I said, we will be going social today, this morning. You just have to, yes. So we will be
Yeah, go
going
ahead.
social today, this morning. I decided to ask you, Harris, so whether you're going home. It's good, man. And I hope you just live by what you
Yeah,
said.
definitely.
I don't want to,
I always
yeah,
do. I mean,
or see you in Monrovia after Saturday.
I always do it. I mean,
That's what I'm saying
yeah.
now. I don't want to see you after Saturday.
No, but I didn't say I'm going today. I said I'm going to be.
After Saturday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for sure. If you see me after Saturday, maybe it might be some other issues being under control.
Okay, they boy,
But obviously,
they
I'm going to be
boy, they
out.
boy.
I'm going to be out.
Okay,
I
folks.
I, I, I love Mount Bombi, honestly.
Yeah, you love your
And
bomber.
Bombi is one of the counties you will really love to spend vacations.
Where? What to do there?
I mean, you have your time where
You be telling
uh,
Obed Jibala one, and I
uh,
mean,
uh
you gotta be telling Obed
no, but
Jibala
obviously, no.
one.
I'm telling people that haven't been there,
I've
right?
been to Bombing.
I encourage you
I've been
to
to
visit
Bombing.
Bombing during vacation, right? Especially
What will
during
happen when I
this
go there
time.
vacation?
Like you're gonna have a perfect experience of the Blue Lake.
But leave that thing,
You're
man. The
gonna
only
have a
thing I can
perfect
talk about.
experience. You know, Bombing have a lot of historical sites,
But
right?
man, let's leave that
And in
there.
this kind of times, good
You got
you.
me market bombing here, you
I
pay.
mean, I
Oh.
mean.
I will tell the business department that you'd pay some money this
Yeah,
morning.
your great basil, we read a market, a great basil again. We can't be on cheat. What you can say?
Yeah, but I got a ball out. I'll put your ball. You know we champion, eh?
You better take him on game on green basil, man,
You know we champion.
because
But
it's
came on it was Basel
no
better.
that one of the best decision rounders so far in the ongoing content meet.
Why?
That the Ministry of Youth and Sports were very much cognizant of the fact that if Kemo game will be played in Green Basso and Kemo wins, obviously Green Basso still I'm saying a very slang change. So the best way and it could even
But Grand
spark
Basel
out
beating Grand
confusion,
Gita.
right? It could even
They
spark
finished
out
beating Grand Gita.
confusion.
We was definitely beating Grand Gita.
No, Great Leader has 1 point. Like Gibson Junior, but I can go nowhere, right?
They tell them from way over there go bring it.
the Brilliant is like in the middle perform. Tell them when they put that bar with the travel.
Hey, I want to make it fun. But it's great to be here, folks. But let's acquaint you this morning. At 9 o'clock, we have a special segment coming up. A group supposed to be at 9 o'clock this morning. Hope they can come out. If not, then we continue the show. But on yesterday, the National Elections Commission made an announcement, informed to the public on this entire voter, the biometric voter registration exercise. This entire thing should have started on the 15th of December. And to our surprise, one morning, the National Elections Commission came out saying that the entire process was being postponed and to a later date. So on yesterday, they released a statement that yes, indeed, the process has been postponed, and in March, the 2023 voter registration exercise will begin on the 20th of March 2023 and will end on May 11, the 11th of May 2023. The commission says the voter registration exercise will be conducted in two phases. And according to the commission, phase one of the voter registration exercise runs from 20th March 2023 and will last for 3 weeks, ending the 9th of April 2023. And the NEC went on to say that phase two of the voter registration exercise will begin on 10th of April 2023 and will last for 3 weeks, ending on May 11. And according to the statement issued on yesterday, that was on Thursday, uh, the National Elections Commission has informed Liberians that it has received funding from the Ministry of Finance in the tune of 10 million. Yes. So they have received,
for the condo election,
no,
for the
for giving the United States in Liberian dollars for the voter registration exercise. They have received 10 million. So the NEC says it is also working with the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning on disbursing the remaining United States dollars, which is 8,377,000. So this is one of the areas. So as it stands, so it be 18,377,000 for the conduct of the voter registration exercise. So the people say they have received 10 million. So the 10 million so they're making us to understand now that the 10 million is going towards the issue of the conduct. So they give the first phase when it will begin, the second phase when we begin, because there are issues. The commissioners appeared at the Liberian Senate this gone time. We saw how that body looks like. That body is in a serious crisis. And another institution again, Harris, has been chosen, has been selected to provide goods and services for the voter registration exercise, and that the contract has been signed by the parties and attested by the government of Liberia. And this is one of the areas they had a problem with the last time when they went to the PCC after the National Elections Commission secured the contract and gave it to the other people. The people, other men, and say that in a conflict of interest. In fact, the commissioner, the chairperson single-handedly handpicked the institution that was doing this. So I don't know as to whether due process was also given to this entire one, where the Lapstone Group, yeah, has been selected to provide goods and services. So they said the contract has been signed and attested by the government. So probably they might have gone through all of the required, yeah, all of the necessary requirement in making sure that they conduct or they provide the goods and services on this National Elections Commission. But this entire process has been greeted with mixed reactions, mixed dissatisfactions. People are no longer trusting the electoral body, not just ordinary citizens, but political leaders. You remember old man Joe Bwaka in one of his speeches said that the election commission comprised a bunch of incompetent people. It was just during the conduct of the special by-elections in Lofa County that the people were not competent, and it was not prudent to have given them the opportunity to conduct a major exercise in Lofa and even in the country as a whole. But again, he sat, and at the end result, he went through the process, and his Unity Party candidate indeed was defeated. So you will hear these statements coming up. Even the David Etta Brown Lasana admitted there is a bad blood within the National Elections Commission amongst the officials. So whenever you have a dispute that cannot easily be settled, the process is being undermined. The process is being undermined. So we just hope the only thing we can do as Liberians, since they have made this pronouncement that this entire thing will start on the 20th of March, you know, all you need to do, just go and be part of the process, register, because it is your power. Most of the time we listen to people that the government is this, the opposition bloc is this, people will elect at the national legislature are not doing the right thing, they are not consulting the citizens, they aren't working in the best interest of the citizens. The best thing you can do is to punish them at the bottom box, yeah, which is your power. So you just have to tighten your belt, fellow Liberians, and go through the exercise. The 20th of March, according to the National Elections Commission, will be the conduct of the national, that's the voter, what is that? The voter, biometric voter registration exercise. So it's great to be part of the process, registered and vote. Go to the ballot box, use that as a payday and get them up. You know, It's important that we do it. So we encourage you to form part of the process. There's this discussion that really caught my attention, and it took me. I took interest in it when listening to the National Elections Commission saying that they working with the Ministry of Finance and Development Planning to disperse the remaining United States dollars, which is 8,377,000. Sometimes, Harris, when the budget is being passed, mm,
Mm.
and they say this ministry, maybe let's take for example the Ministry of Education, and on education, once the budget has been passed, and then as an example, they say uh 65 million, go to the education sector, or maybe for example 65 or 90 million or 80 million go to the education sector. Do you know that even the public and private institutions uh, on education that the ministry, that the government of Liberia is providing subsidies, so can also be on the education? So you have Cottington, you have the Haber College, you have the Buchanan College, the Lofa Community College, all of the colleges under government, and all of the private institutions that government is providing subsidies. So at the end result, the allocation will go. So one of the institutions will be sometimes carrying 500,000.
Mm.
But it will interest you to note that the 500,000 that has been allocated, right? The Ministry of of Finance that's supposed to do the disbursement of the fund will just give certain money upfront. And you will hear, maybe if it is an institution, let's take for example a college, and then you're supposed to give them 500,000, and then you give the salary component of that 500,000 to to that particular institution. You know what happens? You create a VOL at that particular institution because you only provide a salary portion, and then there is certain thing they honor that particular budget they call goods and services. Honor goods and services, they have the salary portion. So if you're giving 500,000, so let's take for example 200,000 will go, or 300,000 will go for the salary component of that particular institution, and you have about 200,000 left. On the 200,000, you receive goods and services where you have to be turning around, doing one or two things, do your operational stuff and things, because you're depending on that 200,000 to do maintenance and so forth. But it will interest you to note that after that first 300,000 has been given, brother, you will walk, you will cry here and there. And if you are not strong, the entire year will end and you will not receive one money, a 5 cent on the goods and services or for operation. That's why you heard the Minister of Information doing that open confession this content, Harris. So we're reading through. So hopefully next week we will give you the name of and we'll tell you how cruel, wicked, and it is a don't care attitude being exhibited by government officials, ministries, and agencies, even by the national legislature, that you go and peruse a budget and you have people coming in bringing a budget. You look at the budget statement, institutions, you get one deputy speaker. When you hear the main budget, the way they can be passed, when you hear the main budget, but then at the end of the budget year, where you talk about the summation of another budget, the way the 2021, the 2022 budget that began from January, right? January 1 to December, this one time that they submitted a new budget. Brother, the 2021 budget, there is no report. All of the institutions, look at the Ministry of Finance that can do the allocation, that can even prepare the budget. There is no performance report. So how do you even expect for maybe to check some of these institutions as to whether they are actually receiving the money that have been allocated at the end of the budget year, that you say you got 2 million or 3 million going to education, 4 million going to Ministry of Information, and you only focus on the salary portion. There is no money being given for operation. The man said they gave 17,000. The 17,000 at the time, you stay crying, you can't receive the money. So next week we will be on this radio, folks, and we will tell you, look at the first lady office, the money she's receiving, no performance report. And then they cry sometimes on the legislature. Now, even sometimes they cry on the lawmakers or they cry on Liberians that know much money going to that particular sector, but they are not doing, even if it is $5. Like Harris, I was reading through the budget statement, the 2021 budget statement for Ghana. Brother, the budget statement highlights of Ghana, it highlights almost all of the things almost all of the things that were done for that particular period. 2021, 2022. It highlighted all of the major things that were done on that particular budget year. And it would tell you. So it simplifies how easy it is to determine as to whether there was a progress made in this budget year, that you think a special ministry can get an allotment or an addition into that budget for the following year. But you will just go to one ministry, look at the vice president office, the budgets you're receiving, the thing I saw as a justification. We've been reaching out, we'll continue to reach out. So if, for example, they give you 1 million or 2 million, you see a budget performance report, then you say, we've been reaching out, we've been doing this one, we reach a disabled community, we intend to empower the people who need to get scholarship. Look, it is never a performance report. That thing is not guaranteed. So that's how we run our country in Liberia. That's how we run things in Liberia. Someone give you $50, you cannot account for it, but you want $100 the following time. So how does it sound if you cannot account for $50 and you want an increment of additional 50 to make it 100? And we'll move, and those who are responsible, there's a committee at the National Legislature, the House of Representatives, that is responsible to critique. When the people come and defend a budget, you must bring budget performance report. It is not happening in Liberia, and we see it to be charade. Sometimes the president's office, brother, some of the major things that have been done, have been seen, is under the budget. We allocate money for it, and at the end result, it goes into his name. He said the president's project, but it's been allocated. But there is no performance report to indicate that, yes, indeed, 2 million or 3 million was given to the president for so period. He does this, and he's wanting an increment into his budget. Who is actually following that in our country? Who is following that? So we continue to leave behind things that are of issues in our country. We leave it. If we start to monitor, all of the ministries and agencies in our country on the line of giving their performance report, the following budget year, we will know which ministry is essential in terms of to be maybe add up, in terms of yes, this person budget is small. Like normally people will cry, education. So they will give a budget, education. Then at the end, the result, you say this particular budget for education, and then you go in and you can't see anything. You just focus on the salary component, and after sometimes everything have lied. Then you go to recast budget. We'll send it one. But you didn't know how the year will end. We're talking the following year, the people saying another huge budget. And that's how we've been operating. So there will be no impact. Everything will just go on salary. And the place we're supposed to improve, we wouldn't improve it. Isn't Good Morning Liberia? Just thought of passing through. Harris is concentrated on his bombing. Hopefully, the man say he wants to go bombing. So but how will you want to go home? You say you're from bombing country, then you telling people say are coming bombing Harris. How will you do such? You can't be doing that type of thing. Yeah, you can't be doing that. When I tell you say I'm going Baza, brother, I need not to tell someone say I'm going Baza. I'll fire once and for all. It's good to be on Good Morning Liberia. Like I said, folks, we will be going social this morning. Yes. Harry, what wrongs to mind if a lady walks to you? The last time I asked this question, you weren't sincere. You weren't real to me. What wrongs to mind, Harris, when a lady tells you, say, madly, I'm in love with you? What wrongs to mind? Today is Friday, folks, so we just want to go social.
I'm not really understand the question because I'm
Well, what
bit
a question that is
I'm
it?
a bit confused. I'm a bit confused on
What
that.
wrongs to mind if a lady tells you that she's madly in love with you? Have you been approached by a lady before?
Well, the first thing about it we need to get right, people need to be honest and express themselves. People need to tell you how much they feel, how much they think, how much they understand about you. So for me, I don't see anything. I don't see it to be something different. I don't see it to be something strange that someone will look in your face and say, "I love you, I like you, I love your wife," or uh, whatever what the person feels about you. It depends on you to make the decision. Many a times, yeah, I've had experiences of such. I think two, twice or more, sometimes now. Yeah, some people look in my face and say, I love you, I like you. And I see it to be a compliment for me. That's how I see it.
I love you. The woman being in
I
relationship
mean,
with you. Then
for
you
me,
say
that's how I see
compliment.
it. Now, it left with me to decide uh, whether I'm going to respond to that person in the way they wanted to be. But like I said, honestly, I've had a similar experience on multiple
Okay.
occasions. Girls have looked in my face, women have looked in my face. I love
Women,
you.
women. Tell them my man
Obviously,
Gibson.
I mean, after 18, I'm a person cross 18, of course, yeah, right?
You
But to reciprocate that,
find it difficult?
they will understand because I have a relationship I'm committed to. I have a
If
relationship
picking a bad sympathy.
I'm honest to. No, I'll be fair with you, right? I'm one of those young men in Liberia, right? I mean,
If not
currently
the
as I speak,
one, not if not one of them, the only.
I no, I can't be on
Oh
it.
Lord.
I mean, I'm one of them. I know there are multiple guys out there. There are hundreds of guys out there that that are committed to themselves just as
Guys
the way
like
I am.
Sekou Serif,
Uh, yeah,
Patley,
yeah.
Patley.
I don't want to be hearing content. Christmas coming and name my Christmas for them, man. But this is the issue. I don't want to say something before time name my Christmas gift. But honestly, when you come as a guide, one of the first, I'm saying one of the many things you must do is to set your relationship life. You see, relationship comes with stress. It comes with too many challenges. So to get yourself ready, prepare for that challenges, be able to deal with one person, deal with someone where you understand when they vex, you understand when there are problems, how you can resolve it. But if you want to be like some of the guys I know around here, some of those guys are claiming to be celebrities and things, that kind of stuff. You know what it brings to you?
So that man secret you won't put
No,
more.
but no, no, but obviously the man is a disc
You
jockey.
can. I know. I
The man
can
is a
say
disc
that because
jockey. The man is
you
a celebrity, and besides, the man against an influencer.
and
I mean,
and
what more does it point to? I mean, there's no
Harris,
argument in that.
Harris, Harris, Harris. I don't get the real
Like our
you whenever an issue or such come out.
because the thing about
I
it
don't
is
get the real you,
is very
Harris.
simple, right? One of the reasons why you don't get the Harris you want to get is because the way you perceived Harris to be, right? The
Or you
way
got perceive.
listen
I
now,
said,
I'm
speak
coming now. I'm coming
your
now. That's what
mind.
I'm saying. The way you perceive Harris to be, the way the category in as a young man, you assume that like any other person with
What
Harris
do you
could
mean?
be.
Can you go over?
I mean, I don't want to say uh uh
No, but you.
having multiple relationships, right? Or having relationships. So it might be triple or more than that. But Harris a guy that have committed himself to a
Let's. It's
relationship.
okay.
Let me real.
No, it's okay.
and, and
Harris is okay. It was nice interacting
I
with
don't
you
want
the
to go far
conversation.
before.
No,
That's how
but to
woman.
be frank,
I know
to
definitely.
be real to you, Harris.
Mhm.
Normally when these conversations come out, I don't get the real you. And you know the work we do, the type of job we do, people believe in us. They look up to us for direction. They would normally say, or we have said times without numbering on this radio, 2023, we will be a major player into the border politics of our country. We're going to tell citizens, we're going to tell Liberians which way to go. In so doing, if the people are looking up to us, and then socially we're having a conversation as such, they also looking up to us for direction. One of the reasons why we decided going social today is because have you noticed that there are people who listen to the radio and they don't call at all? They don't call at all, but whenever there is a social conversation, you see them coming up. You see them moving, leaving their shell to have their contribution. One of our, I think I noticed that when we had a conversation, a topic where the woman turned as a snake after 30 years in marriage with this man, and at the end result, she kept asking, "Do you know me? Do you know me?" They got about 2 kids. And one day the woman said, "I will show you myself." And the woman went to go show herself. And she turned out a real big snake. And then the woman started coming to the man. The man went off later. He came back, he got to his senses. And at the end result, the woman said, "I just decided to show you myself. That's me." So the question was asked, if you were in that particular category, if you were the man, were you going to continue the relationship? And you saw, oh my God, I'm being reminded again. And you saw the number of calls that came in that day. There are people who listen. So Harry, sometimes when these questions are asked, you just come out, say the real you. Because someone somewhere is sitting, they say, "That's not the real Harris that I know." That's not the real Harris. This is a Harris where he phone, you got more than 10 passwords before you can even get to his phone.
That's one
you
of
can
the
get
things.
10,
That's one
10,
of the things
10
I want to challenge.
passwords. Then you can't say that you can't.
That's one of the things I want to challenge.
You can't say that you can't do.
I don't have any reason to have from anybody.
You got reasons,
all of my phones, no password.
You got reasons.
All right, no password.
You got reason.
And
let me go to your message.
Obviously, this is my phone. I mean,
let me go to your message.
My phone. I mean, the guy wants to checkmate me on the show.
You're being real now.
I mean, real view. All of my
You're being
phones,
real.
there are no password because why? I don't use password on my phones. Yeah, one of the reasons why I don't use password on my phones is because I always assume there'll be emergency. And what if in a situation?
Look at the thing I see on the list here.
These are my
friends.
I mean,
because you need to change. The new year is right here for you.
No, but listen, this is what I was saying, right?
So Harris, is this the last conversation
relative to what you just mentioned? You see, radio. What I've understood over the time since I started doing radio, right? It should cut across for everyone. Everybody listens to the radio because they have interest in certain things. So now, what we do in Liberia, the media landscape in Liberia, we ignore the interest of people. Let me be real with this.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm saying is this: from Monday to Friday, we discuss the politics. From Monday to Friday, we discuss the hardcore issues, which of course is brilliant. Now, I watch people that are interested in politics, in listening to politics, because you know why? At their homes, around their, in their rural communities, the politics is being played. At their school, the politics is being played. You understand? Everywhere, when they leave their homes, they go on the streets,
so the whole life
the politics is being played. Then, when the person comes home, when they're sitting home, they relax, want to entertain themselves with something again. When they turn to the radio, the politics is being played. So everyone now develop a mind that the only way, the only thing to venture into is politics. That's why you see Liberia, every young person just gets involved in politics, because when they turn left, it's politics. They turn right, it's politics. They go front, back, anywhere they turn in the society is politics. But in other countries, you see people in different sectors, because everyone can contribute to the development of a country when you venture into something that you want to do and believe in. And the opportunity has been provided. In other countries, you see those that want to do arts, they're involved in the arts. Those I want to do, various things. Those I want to involve in dancing. For instance, those I want to do music. They want to do sports. Different areas, everyone involved in it. So like that, you build a country. That's why you see in some countries when you say football, they'll be represented. When you say music, they are there. Right? When you say this, they are there. But in Liberia,
It's in
you
the
say
country.
politics, yeah, I will be fully represented. When you say football, it's a problem.
And we can maintain the thing we can do.
I mean, nothing. So it's important that we cut across and get everyone interested on board. So,
Okay.
So it's on a Friday we discuss social. If you feel like you're a politician, you still want to talk about politics on Friday. Well, we encourage you. Maybe you can turn different area. People have interest in the politics. I'm saying in the social discussion we had, will come out. And on Monday, when we resume our politics, you can join us on Monday. We're going to continue.
Okay, so it's great to be here. So, like I was saying the last time, I know, like the last conversation, the last social conversation we had, that was when we were at our old headquarters. The number of calls that came in, I couldn't just stand it. So we'll have another interesting conversation. But that conversation, we want for 5 persons to call now. 5 persons, the first 5 callers before we can introduce the next conversation. We will do a revision of that particular conversation. And then after the 5 persons call, then we'll introduce our topic for today. So, like I said, we had this discussion, and then somebody called for replay. They wanted us to have extended the time by then. Yeah, so this is the question. You are in a relationship with you married this woman. You married this woman. Maybe you guys were young, you married her. You guys have spent about 30 years. And in the 30 years, you guys got about 2 kids. Let's be real. Yes, you got 2 kids. And then maybe that's how you planned your lives, though. And then you have 2 kids. And in the first 5 years of marriage, a woman asked, "Do you know me?" She said, "Yeah, baby, yeah, I know you. We got married 5 years ago." 10 years, the woman said, "Do you know me?" Then you say, "Yes, I know you. Got married 10 years ago. We got 2 kids. So why you keep asking?" 15 years, "Do you know me?" 20 years, "Do you know me?" 25. The woman said, "One day I will show you myself." And then the one that's supposed to make it 30 after 5 years, the woman said, "Come, let's go." While you and the kids and the woman, while you guys were together, she decided to show you, the real her. And at the end result, the woman turned on a very big snake, and decided coming to you. And you, as a man, you couldn't stand it, tried to run outside, but the door was locked. The door was locked. You were crying. So the children heard you crying and decided to come. When the children tried opening the door, the woman turned back to her normal self. And the children started to ask, "Mommy, what happened? Why our dad is crying?" Say, "But I just decided to show your dad
Who am I?
who am I." But we're just playing, we're just doing wrestling and stuff and things. So if you were the man, let's just take 5 calls on this conversation. If you were the man, are you going to in any way continue the relationship? So it's vice versa now.
Yes, vice versa.
If you are the woman,
will you continue such
a relationship?
But
you want to give your opinion?
It's challenging.
Challenging.
Let's take the 5 calls before we close on.
Okay.
Then I'll give my honest opinion.
Yeah.
But the thing about life is, everyone a precious life. So when someone is frightened, it comes with different feelings, and maybe the rest of their life they live with that fear, they live with that insecurity.
We haven't announced the numbers.
Yeah, we have a call already.
So let's announce the number for the benefit of those listening.
Yeah.
So the numbers are 0770-907-907, 0880-907-907 are the numbers. And you will be live on Good Morning Liberia. We'll take 5 calls on this conversation.
Yes,
This person, the lines are blinking.
Yeah, good
Oh my word. Good morning. What's your name?
My uncle.
Good morning. Good morning. Let's hear you.
I will tell you what I mean. That
Mhm.
one, yeah. Uncle want to leave that house. It'll be hard for me to go there back because you say you see your face. Then you say me like yeah, I scared of stay already. Then I see you in the room, uncle. Uncle, the movement, material that here, I say material. I just say excuse. Uncle, I leave you. I will not come over there. Come and get them that will not come.
But the thing is, you spent 30 years with this woman. I mean, so what more to be afraid of?
No, uncle, you know what? You're not going to slay my present in for the time you must say get off. But if you tend to snake, uncle, you tend to snake, I see you in the room. What, baby? Uncle, I say 30 years, 40 years.
So you don't care. You don't care all of the feelings, the time, nothing.
Uncle, no feeling there. Snake.
The woman just wanted to show herself to you, but simple.
Uncle, I don't want that.
Okay.
Now, joke. You say no joking snake more. I don't want that. No valid.
Okay, my brother. Thanks for joining us. Yeah.
Next person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's hear you. The name of your call from.
I'm taking the calling of the community.
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, actually, in that mean our relationship, I will quit that relationship.
The man can be saying the double thing, my man.
Because you know what I mean, we all know what snake can do. The woman you've been with a long time for the kind of snake.
The woman just wants, and the woman say, I will just show you myself. 30 years, you the woman stay together. She did not harm you one day.
Brother, I always show you about our my against that day.
Mm.
Give for me against that. I always show you that.
So you would not accept the relationship.
That whole relationship.
Your kids, your children.
I will pack my things and leave the house.
Your children, my brother.
Me, my children will go. If the children will be that money will be there. Everything I will be sending you there.
They got skill.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's take another person.
Talk to this person. This one. Good morning.
Like the third caller here.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's hear you. Go ahead.
Listen.
My brother, I mean that marriage over.
Why? Give a reason. Why?
Because after 30 years, before you show me that you sleep, and knowing fully well that you can die anytime.
Maybe the woman decided
I wanted to snake and then do something to you in a house there.
You think she is harmful?
Perhaps she may be harmful.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, but 30 years you guys were together. You got a very strong business. Everything is just good. You got kids. No too many obstacles. And you guys been moving. So why now she decided to show herself to you and you taking it to be issue?
Maybe before then she was not ready to show her evil way.
You can be brave for once, man.
I thought you're not ready to show it.
Thank you.
What did get yourself say she won't show us?
Good morning. Good morning. You're live on Voice of Liberia. What's your name? Oh, we say 5 callers, 4 president called there. Minute holding the line. Good morning. Oh, we'll take the other person. Good morning. Let's take the person on the other side.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Let's hear you.
The women will not call.
Yeah, man. For me, what I would got for okay. My name is John Wilson from Montari.
Join. Go ahead.
Okay. What I would get 1,000 chodi. We got money for the bank whatsoever. That's it very it made a bad living with devil or demon. I will pack and go and
Who is a devil? Who is a demon?
The woman.
Now, if you were classified the woman to be a devil, then who is a devil? Who is a demon?
I can't remember. That's if any movie that changed to animal or snake.
That devil?
That devil.
Anyone who changes to animal.
Anybody that changes to animal.
That way.
Yeah.
That devil.
Conference,
Yeah.
So, but then let's that definition. I will not take that definition.
Why would you take the main
I will
definition?
not. I will not take that
why would you
definition.
take the main
But
definition?
30 years, 30 years. You and a woman live together. You got money.
Now day for Raw and 1 day for Master, right?
But the 99 days that you talk about, the 99 days, some things been happening along the way. Maybe you will put money, you will invest money into this thing, you will not know how it will break down. But nothing as such happened in the 99 days.
Yeah, my man, I'm just saying the fact. For me, I'll bet you every time I will be thinking about it.
Let's say for better for worse. The word the pastor said, for better for worse.
And that's a Western one.
That better for what we'll get to go with you.
The man will leave the woman. That
I love
devil.
the definition. I don't want to use the animal like devil, so no need to waste it.
Good morning. Good morning. Let's hear you. If this person is another person on line 5, good morning. Let's hear you.
Calling from Lagos.
Oh, having the girl, the women.
You say your name?
Yeah, if I was supporting him, I will maintain the relationship. Careful and not to offend the lady. They are offend another one at different situations.
You live where you live.
So because of the fear.
I'll take the picture. Because the relationship all that long. What will we lay away? She's not harmful to them. They're definitely be in the know.
Yeah, the woman is not harmful. So I don't know why people taking it to be.
Who determines she's not harmful?
But she's not harmful. Maybe that she don't want to show herself.
Yeah. Yeah, you're the first brave man I've seen.
In the follow time there, yeah, I'll keep the relationship. You need to be very careful and not to offend her before
she's still a leper. Thanks for calling, my brother. I think we're going 5 now with the people there calling you. The people going 5. It's 8:30 in the city. Good morning, folks. This is the social scene. Harris, what do we do?
Well, I don't know. The topic is becoming interesting to the audience. 2 ways. Either we watching our new topic, but for the sake of the importance and for this, perhaps we could re-emphasize on the allow the cost of flow. We do it either ways will work out the best way for especially given that the essence of this topic. And this topic is hardy to some extent. It requires people be sincere. Very sincere to this. Today is about snake, right? But it boils down to even the attitude of people in the home. Yeah, at times you find out relationship. Having observed some who have lived together with their wife or their spouse for somehow 9, 8, 10 years, and afterward, before you start to see the true color of that person.
The real.
Before you start to see the real person. So I want you to see it. Just disregard the cynic aspect, right? Don't just because everyone hear about snake and being afraid, but a person attitude can be amounted to snake. Yeah, a person how they present themselves can be amounted to snake. So we could actually another form again that why the person start to present themselves differently from the way you used to see them. And every time before you're in the marriage, the person will tell you, I will show you myself one day. This is a word that keeps reminding, they keep reminding you with, I will show you myself one day. You will get to know who I am. The real me, you will see it. And so when the person portrayed herself, when they change to snake, it's a reminder that there are times, like I said, I don't want to get my position on the right now. But,
so I really wanted us to do it like this. I didn't know it. So whether because we haven't received word from our guests. Yeah, so 9 o'clock, we will introduce the new topic. The new topic. I feel like there are people who want to participate, like you said, Harris. So we're going to widen the discussion and we'll announce the numbers. Call us 0770-907-907, 0880-907-907 are the numbers, and you will be live. This person, good morning, let's hear you. Good morning, let's hear you. What's your name?
Good morning.
This line.
From District 2.
District 2, Monserrato?
Yeah, Mr. Radon.
Let's hear you. Go ahead.
I mean, if it happened in my case, the first thing I would do, I would to appreciate the woman, get up, and ask her to leave.
Why you appreciate the woman?
Or show me her real color. I will pack and leave.
Do you pack and leave? So,
Yeah,
on what ground now are you going to leave the woman? On what ground when you appreciate her?
Because you are with an evil thing, you know, and with something that is evil, you can be, after you get to know, you can be a friend. And I would not like to be with something that I know that it is not. I'm putting my own life at risk.
Have you listened to people say, and maybe when people are getting married, then the pastor tells you that for better, for worse, death do you both apart. Have you heard anything of such? Have you listened to anything of such? Hello? They got over.
Man went over, man. Is it our question you
0770-907-907 0880-907-907. After 30 years in marriage, your wife decided to show herself to you. She turned out a snake. She turned to snake. She turned to snake, and then she said, hey, I'm just showing myself after some minutes. If you were the man or if you were the woman, will you continue the relationship?
I think we'll have a
That's the question.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's hear you.
I'm just Mr. calling you from
Matali.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
If I would be in a case, the first thing I would do as a people is I would appreciate a woman. I would remove her, but I would keep it secret.
But why you keep it?
I ask her again to not harm me.
So you're going to keep the secret?
Yes, I will remove her. I will appreciate her, and I will keep it secret.
But what type of secret are you going to keep after 30 years being married? You guys are wedded couple after 30 years, and you're going to leave the woman. Mind you, there will be family members will be concerned. Series of concerns will be raised. So if you are to keep the secret, on what grounds are you going to keep the secret when you've been asked by your family members, friends?
Yeah, let me kind of, you know, like, we spent 30 years together. If she was someone wicked, the first step in our okay is this. 30 years we spent together. If she was someone that was wicked, she would destroy me. Even if she wouldn't go on through children by me. That was the first thing there. All process of investment I did to her, she manifested it and came out well. That's another reason. But she just wanted to maybe to know, yeah, him on earth, we are different people on earth.
But you say you if I got it right, you say you're going to appreciate the woman, keep the secret, and then you move out.
No, I'm going to move. I'm going to stay with her.
Oh, you're going to stay with her.
Yeah.
Thank you for.
Keep the secret and stay with her.
Thanks for being the second brave man.
Yeah.
Say hi to.
The reason I'm going to stay with her is she has 2 children for me, and we're married. How long it would take me to start a new relationship? Which I've been with her, she has not done me wrong. Who needs to show me her color? And the reason I'm keeping a secret for again, maybe one leak a secret, even I don't know where I leak a secret, she may harm me. That should be another precedent for people who say they will run away and do. If you run away, they will, you always think that she always wicked. If she want to kill you, she'll kill you, and then you'll lose her life, you'll lose her whole entire life. So thank you, bro.
Thanks so kindly. We appreciate it. This is Good Morning Liberia, and we're on Voice of Liberia 104.1 FM. Bishop Waters, good morning. There you joining us live from the United States. Bishop Waters of the Olusogo Dodo Children's Foundation in Liberia, the United States of America. The CEO as well is following. Madam Olusogo Dodo Waters is following. Jerry T. Sakoma says, good morning. I'm watching from Vonchema City, Lofa County. George D. Saki Jr. says, good morning, VOL. We'll go to the lines now. We'll talk to this person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir. How are you in the studio there?
Yeah, I'm okay. Bless God for life. Let's hear you. Hope you're okay too as well. Compliment of the season.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, let's hear you.
This topic is very, very much interesting indeed.
Mm.
For me, I would just quietly leave the house unknowing to the woman.
Mm.
That's what I would do, yes. I would just quietly leave unknowing to her. My reason of leaving is clear and simple. This lady myself lived together for 10 years. For 15 years, we got children, we got properties. But every day she reminded me that I will show you myself. I will show you myself. Oh,
you see, the guy is out. The guy is out. So he sees it as a threat. So those of you in the in other parts of the world, you're following us via YouTube, the Facebook online, www.voiceofliberiaonline.com. And you want to participate on this conversation, this particular topic, you call us now on WhatsApp +231 775 1891 93 +231 775 1891 93. You're going to participate. This person, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let's hear you.
This is Sam from Johnsonville.
Sam, let's hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. If that is a happy, if a happy, I will keep the woman.
Keep the woman.
Yeah.
On what ground now?
Expression. She to sleep, but she behaved like sleep and doing other stuff that very.
I'm not really getting
you. You're not too clear. Sam, you are not clear.
Clear?
You are not clear. Your line is not clear.
All right, let me come back.
Okay. 0770-907-907 0880-907-907. This conversation runs up to 9 this morning. And
we have a call from this. Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's hear you the name where you called from.
This is last night again. My brother, the people are saying that.
No, that the people want to view now. That the people view.
Of course, I agree. I agree, and you should know fully well that you can raise chicken and kill it. You may have married her at the age of 45, and they are tell her to bring someone at 75-year-old man. At the age of 45.
Let's ask you.
So you make me here.
After that 75, you request. Say, bring your woman.
It makes a lot of sense. I mean, honestly, the guys.
But who are being wastrel activities for 75 good years or 40 years?
The guy's making sense. He's making sense. I think I'll follow the guy. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Let's hear you the name where you called from.
I'm calling from Broadway City, Abraham Sherry.
Go ahead, Abraham.
Yeah, it's my woman. Me and her get married. We 30 years, then she showed herself to me. I already used to her. So I can't do nothing. Whenever I will pursue her, I know how she managed to be changing with me, maybe either be from her background. I will try to pursue her, to try her and to get her how she managed, to change. So I get mad because she changed to see that I'm going to go Europe and will go. I can't do that one. I will be with her. You lead her and the baby. The way she can manage and change, and I can
you can be changing too, eh?
I can tell her from inside.
I thought you want to change with her. Once you're changing too.
No, I can't do that. But I will try by all means to tell her from inside. Maybe it's that devil.
Okay, you are a real problem solver. It's always good to, look for the problem.
Good morning.
And solve it.
Yes, good morning.
My name is James Balia. I call from the Morrison Science.
Go ahead.
Yes, my view here, I have been in such a relationship before. I just want to drive at it first.
Okay.
Before I get to the
answer. Share your experience, my brother. Go ahead.
All right. I dated a girl. I'm not calling her name.
Mm-hmm.
She was involved into these witchcraft activities. But people will live with witchcraft or wizard that their brain or their dream cannot set them free. But for the first time, I and the girl got together when we entered my house. This girl began to perform in so many ways. Yes. Taking my children, appearing to my children as snake. My very first time I had a dream about her. She turned into a monster, and the whole house was filled with water, dark water. She came out and began to put fear in me. And I shouted with Jesus' name until I wake up physically. And she was not asleep. She said, "What happened?" I said, "No, nothing. This is the very first time for me to have such a dream." I kept it to myself. And this thing continued. She began to, put it also physically. That she came, to destroy I and my children. So for me, I didn't drove her. I felt I was a spiritual issue that I could resolve it. But we were there. We were there for complete 1 year. She fought. There was no way. At the end of the day, what she did, she back. I just not yet. One so morning, nothing happened. She said she's not in peace. She live in the house. Yes, she's not in peace in the house. If I said if I need her, I should rent place for her outside. I said no, but I can't be having house and then I rent area for you out there. I can't do that. This is how she left. And so for me, if I'm in my case, I will keep her.
You're going to keep her, but
yes, I will keep her.
I'm a bit interested in that particular conversation, that experience of yours, where so after you got to know that you were playing your cool, some people will be afraid, like you listen to many people, they will be afraid, and at the end result, they wouldn't keep the relationship. So what were you doing? What were you doing, in that time that even led to her leaving all by herself?
Well, what was I doing? Nothing I was doing. I was working.
No, yeah,
bringing food into the home that we all gonna eat.
Yeah, so like sometimes if you notice something as such, you're going to either play your cool or keep your distance, or some people will get involved into prayers, and in the morning they're going to pray, in the evening they're going to pray, during night hours they're going to pray, early in the morning you see them waking up to pray, and just to disturb, for that person to leave. So I don't know as to whether you were involved with it or you had to go to church.
To a point. Yes. For me, it's usually when I get into bed, I pray in my heart. I don't pray loudly for people to, I don't disturb other people. I pray in my heart. Yes, I believe that God exists. So I pray. I tell my children, I say, you pray before you sleep. That's all. I'm never involved in it, chant or going to prayer warrior to come into the house and pray. The only thing that I did to the house there before moving there, I dedicated the house. That's all. I called a pastor and they prayed to the house before we could move there. That was all I did.
And she's history now.
Yes, it's history. And when she left, she didn't just stop there. She started coming in my dream state to torment me.
Wow.
And she came with a car that I should get on board. And I rebuked her. In my dream, when she left, the following day, physically, I got sick. He could grab me. He could have not grabbed me before. He grabbed me for 3 good days.
But how was it for you in your business, in the life of your children, the running of the home, and the rest of it? So sometimes once you involve into business and you have
it was difficult. It was difficult for me, but I couldn't drive. It was difficult for me. Where I used to get contract, all of my contract line got closed up. Yes, and she asked me this sensitive question once when she was in the womb. She said, "Oh, when you alone were here, you used to get job." I said, "I used to get job 24 hours."
So,
I kept that to myself.
But
well, this question means something.
So one would say you were brave and to have kept quiet all along. But how many years did you guys spend together? How many years did you?
We didn't go long. We spent 1 good year.
1 good year. Do you guys ever like kids? You guys ever had kids?
No, we didn't have kids. She had a girl child, and I have my 2 kids at home also. She came and met them.
So she never brought her child in the house.
She brought a child. She brought a child along. The child was there.
Are you waiting to accept her in case she comes back and say, I'm a changed person now? The way I used to be, things you know me I used to do, I'm no longer doing it. Are you waiting to accept her?
Late.
Are you engaged? Do you have another relationship?
I would say yes.
You will say yes, but that's not
dating.
yes.
I'm dating, yes. Not sure I'm dating someone.
It is an experience. You just see somebody less than a year or so, a year, and then you decide to take the person. Were you carried away by love?
Well, for me, it is an experience. But God, that was saying that God gave everybody gifts. Some people, before even getting into a relationship, or when I get into it, if this area is good for me, I will begin to see it.
So how is life now since she left?
How since she left?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know her location, and according to her, when you're getting to a relationship newly, there can be some other lectures.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and she was some part of Liberia. I don't want to call the place in before, someone here around here and know what of you. She was in certain part of Liberia, and she was in a relationship there, and this guy was a DA boss. But according to the story, the guy was assigned in another county. He was taken from another county to another county. But he left. It didn't take 2 weeks. The guy fell sick and he died. You see, and according to her, she went there. So I think after this issue continued taking place in my home, I decided, I say yes. It is this girl.
So you concluded?
Yeah, I concluded. I said, it is this girl that killed this guy. And for me, after a certain time, when this thing began to intensify, I told her boldly, I said, it is you the one that killed this particular guy.
And she will ask, why will you say such? Why did you say such?
I'm going to say, if I tell you this girl uttered a word, then you were dead.
But all along,
the conflict ceased right there.
Yeah, so but you ever want to know her family and know the type of background she's from?
Hello. And when we got into this relationship, while in this dating moment, I introduced myself almost like an engagement or a marriage. I introduced myself to the family.
Okay.
Family knew me very well. They know me very well. You see? So all of these things are happening. I was calling the family in. Every time there will be a case. And this issue, I would sometimes, mention some of them before them.
And no step. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for sharing your experience with us. And that's exactly what the show calls for.
We'll take this person as well. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, my man, I'm Daniel calling from Old Bill.
Go ahead, Daniel.
Yeah, my man. Seriously, I won't allow you to keep that relationship no more.
Why?
The reason I can keep it is very simple. Anyone who possesses such a quality, they possess all quality of that identical creature. In the first place, a snake is one of the most dangerous creatures on earth. And a woman turning into a snake after 30 years, me and her being together, will show me herself, but only to tell me, I will show you myself, and then she changed to a snake. It beat my imagination. I cannot keep her. Rather, we have continued such a marriage.
The children?
Yeah, I will not.
What became of the children?
Yeah.
What became of the children? The guy is out. 07709079070 are the numbers, and you will be live on Good Morning Liberia. This is just the first conversation. At 9 o'clock, like we said, we'll introduce our second topic. It is a giveaway. Yes, it gave away to the conversation. Good morning.
Yeah,
So
I'm
we
doing
got
it.
we ain't got no female in the country yet. Let's hear you.
As for me, I will not take that. The reason I will not take the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Snake is the most dangerous animal creatures on earth. So as a woman, then you don't tell me I was in the room, then go change to snake. I can take that. Yeah.
So because
Sin is the most dangerous.
so because yeah, you dare to do then you're not leave it. You will not take home, man. 30 years, brother. You're good. Oh.
I'm gonna do that. You for over 30 years.
Anything I will
Nothing
do,
she did
bro.
to you.
Oh yeah, did the tune over one time.
Okay, thanks for joining us, Timothy. We'll go another.
Talk to this person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's hear you the name where you called from.
This is Heavenly McCanvey. This is J. Abake McCanvey calling
Go
from
ahead.
Bravely.
Go ahead, Macaulay.
I wanted you to add some flavor to it. After the woman change to snake, she tells you and say that if you make a attempt to leave it, I will pursue you. And I mean, I don't want to end. Let's hear what the other people will come out. Thank you very much.
Everybody afraid they say when you leave me.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's hear you the name where you called from.
My name is Asuchi Kona and I call from Masasi.
Go ahead, also. Let's hear you.
If it is in my case, I will surely leave that room. The only thing I have to do is to go to a church and go over deliverance because there have been maybe some implantation that they are pulling to me. So I will not keep her.
In all fairness, you are not going to keep the lady.
No, I will not keep that relationship because snake is a danger, that is serpent. Even when God made Adam, and God gave a commandment in the book of Genesis that the seeds of Adam were going to bruise the snake in the head. And snake is a bad serpent. I can't keep such relationship. I will leave and go to a church, go under deliverance, and let her go with her children. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
And I like the Bible reference. It's a Good Morning Liberia, folks. 104.1, also on YouTube, Voice of Liberia, on www.voiceofliberiaonline.com, and on Facebook, Voice of Liberia TV this year. And we decided to go social this morning. The second topic will be introduced coming up. Yes, we got 5 minutes to go. Yeah. So we take a break here. We join our partner, Telecel Liberia, for a special message. With her, indeed, we take our second topic on the show right here this morning.
Are you tired with slow internet? Do you want super fast and affordable internet? Telecel Liberia is here to provide all your internet service needs. The internet is moving at a fast pace, and only super fast internet speed can help you keep up. At Telecel, our internet packages are divided into distinct categories: Mega, Optimal, Premium, Elite, and Big Business that suits kids, universities, schools, hotels, beaches, homes, offices, urban areas, and much more. Anything is possible with Telecel Liberia. Get your own streaming box for Netflix, Amazon Prime, Showmax, and more. At Telecel, our amazing 24-hour customer service is there to help you with all your needs. Telecel Liberia, super fast speed, 24 hours technical support team, the best broadband and fiber optic internet service in Liberia. For more information, please call 0770-399-399 or 0881-399-399. Or stop by our office on 3rd Street, Syncor, opposite the Carter Center and GLZ building. Visit our website, telecel-liberia.com. Email us at info@telecel-liberia.com. Telecel Liberia, the best internet service provider, is here for you. Telecel Liberia, connecting the unconnected.
I want to flex my love. I want to bless.
Yes, all I want for Christmas is Telecel. Yes, Telecel is giving away this festive season beginning December 1st to the 31st of December. Free equipment leasing fees for all its new customers. Are you ready for the fastest internet service in Liberia? If you are, visit us at 10th Street directly opposite the Cattle Building or call us at 0770 399 399 0770 399 399 or 0881 399 399 0881 399 399. Are you ready to be speed and fast with the fastest internet service in Liberia? Yes, Datacell, connecting the unconnected.
It's good to be back on Good Morning Liberia, Voice of Liberia 104.1 FM. You know, we decided to introduce that topic. The last time, it was very, very interesting, and we decided to pass by, enlightening our people know, yes, socially we back, and we can do everything within we can do. But it's great to be back. And but Harris, you listen to the callers. I want to believe you got some ideas and the best way to solve that problem.
I follow the cordons, all of them. You know, everyone. I think the best way possible to resolve that problem. But free person stressed a very good point. Like one of the callers said, uh, if why if that lady have been told that she should bring someone at certain age, and the best way she could get that person was to associate herself with you and you move along until you reach that age. That's one of the things you must look at it. So what if you got married at 20, 25, assuming your man was 25, and her court requested that she bring men at at 60, right? So she will have to wait for the length of years, right? There until that time reaches. So it was one thing you need to look at. Another person says that if I means that she has allowed and opened up to you up to that time without harming you, tells how much she loves you and she will give everything up for you. Now, when someone loves you, is that they don't hide any more thing from you. When they need you, when they trust you, when they feel that you have won their love and everything, the next thing they will do is to just open up to you. You get to know everything about them. So I'm saying that's why some of you have experienced true love. That what I'm experiencing, right? That what I'm enjoying now with my relationship. If you have experienced true love, real love, you understand that the person will be open to you at any point in time. Everything that person is involved with, they will, of course, disclose it to you. So when we assume again that lady waited for that time to see whether this guy really or truly loves her, then that's the time she's going to reveal herself and tell him, "This is who I am," and they move on. So there are different ways. Either way, you can resolve it. So for me, what would I do? I will reconcile my argument with the last. I think one of the I think he was the last or somebody the second to the last caller that said to persuade her and get to understand uh, where she comes from. I mean, who is she? I mean, at what point in time did she realize that she was a serpent and she can change? I mean, what makes her to change? Because if she can reveal herself to you, it tells her at any point in time she can expose. I mean, she'll be able to tell you or disclose to you what she is into. So you can play your cool, be brave. I stand the time. I know it's challenging. I know how it is when you see her moving forward. So you can play your cool, you work with her, open up to her, be just as the way you were, and you engage her as you move along. Continue to ask her how you do this. I mean, how you go about doing this, and round that gradually, I want to believe that she will open up to and tell you that perhaps this is an inheritance, or perhaps this is what I go by, or this is who I am. I want to change to human form because I want to fail off. Then with that, you can make a determination. So for what if she inherited that? It wasn't her fault, because usually we see these things happen. The child be as little as 6, 7 months, they get initiated. So by the time that child grew up, they're already into it. You don't blame them for these things, right? So why if that lady, why if that lady, what she's into, she inherited it? You should be thankful that all of the years you spent together, she didn't harm you. That's one of the things you should be grateful for. So for me, that's how I believe I can resolve it. That okay, babe, fine. Since I get to know that this who you are, say this is exactly what you do, we'll move along. But how you do it? I mean, what really get the power from to do it? And these things as we move along gradually, I believe she will open up to me. Then from there, I can make a determination moving forward. But I can just jump out and run away and say, if the woman can, I mean,
is this
if
your
the woman
honest?
has
It is your
no,
honest.
honestly, this is my honest opinion on it. Because if the woman has the power to change, why is he running away from the house? Don't you believe that she has the power to do anything to you? Don't you believe that she has the
Are you
power
being honest
at any
here?
point? No, I'll be honest with you. Honestly, Paco, I will do it. I know it's challenging. I know how scary it is, but I'll muster the courage.
Okay, I like all of the ideas being put forth by uh, all of our colors, and thanks to that brother who shared his experience, he was very brave enough. You know, these things are real, Harris, and it happens everywhere, in the home, at the job site. These things happen, the real. And like you said, I think one of the colors, like you were making reference to, the guy said, I want to know the root cause. So being a relationship with you 30 years plus, so sometimes let's zoom now, 30 years in marriage, you might have met her and
Yeah.
spend some years, what we can do in Liberia. So you and someone living together 20 years before you even marry them. So you and someone living together 20 years, every day you go to pressing my wife. You know, you go pay faster on the person here. Then let's talk about 30 years in marriage. So 20 to 30 to 50. So you and the person spend 50 years together, and at the end result, all of the years, nothing different bad happened to you. So that particular thing was not harmful. It was not harmful. So all you need to do is, so don't get me wrong now, or don't think the other way around that maybe the woman was using her power to make for all of our business to boom, for our kids to be smart. No, it wouldn't happen when someone has something that is dangerous, that is harmful indeed. The person would do it to suppress you. Like our brother was sharing his experience with us this morning. But I think you just have to find the root cause. A time of such is when you stand by your partner and move on. Stand. I know it's difficult. Too many people saying, if you open the line again, the next 10 colors will tell you they wouldn't do it. They wouldn't do it. They wouldn't stay with the lady. But this is what the woman said. I just decided to show myself to you. So 30 years plus the years you guys
You
were,
all started at
yeah,
TNT.
So let's just be brave once and for all and move on. And the best way is let's just find solution to the problem. The solution is set a woman down, ask her how you go into this thing.
Right,
Then
yeah.
the woman will explain, like you said, sometimes they being initiated. And once they're into it, they cannot just easily
Just leave it.
leave it. And they are not doing anything harmful, but they're just into it, right? They're just into it. So till that person can be redeemed, till that person can be rescued from that particular mission, you're on your own.
No, yeah, one.
So you just have to do it.
And as good as what you follow, you follow asked her as to what are the children
Yeah, to the
are
rather
not
they into
initiated
it.
as well, right? You ask her whether this is not a generational thing, where in the past on from that children, all these things you need to know them. Because you the man, running away won't solve that problem. Putting that woman out won't solve that problem. Yeah, honestly, won't solve that problem. How do you feel being with someone after 30 years and just dash them that way? It's challenging. We just want to talk this because it's not working for us. That's why I said initially we need to look at this as an attitude problem, right? Let this guy or the snake
There are
aspect
other
of it.
ladies.
Let's be practical. There are some ladies I know you get them from the time you started loving to marry. They were very cool. They were very humble. You feel that that's just the woman you wanted. and afterwards, you're married and you're moving your own home, and sometimes things start to change. That later you know that when you go out, you start going out, right? That later you know, won't associate yourself with friends that we I gave her all sort of advice. And you know you see her now, we start doing these things. Then it rings bell. Then that's the time where you place yourself in a position you want to make decision. What do you do in that case? Will you go, I'm saying, as a man, and I'm saying, inquire as to why this lady have changed over time? Or will you just get vexed because what she's doing is wrong and you just one day take a decision? Every time you make a decision, understand that the decision you're running because of the person attitude that is wrong. Remember, there are times when that friendship was cool, you have the best of times
Relationship expert.
together. Remember, there are times when our friends say, no, I want to, I'm saying,
Relationship expert.
and being general on this, right? Friendship as a whole. You see, one of the mistakes we made in Liberia, because I'm using Liberia because I'm saying it's where I've been over time, right? People will want someone does something is wrong, the person take decision right away on that person. What are you I mean, you and that person have spent months together, you have spent years together, you have enjoyed the friendship. You don't think of the good times you have together. Because the person does wrong one time, you just run a decision. It's wrong.
Is there
It's
a
wrong.
certain level that you think you can have?
Yeah. That's why every time people don't build a mind where when someone does wrong to you, you're not able to tell them, say, hey, what you do is wrong. Right?
How do you maintain a cheating relationship?
No, honestly, I'm not perfect. Yeah, I'm not perfect.
How do you maintain a cheating relationship?
There are times where.
How do you maintain a cheating relationship?
How do you maintain a cheating relationship? It's not to be secrecy. I mean, that's the worst thing to do.
Not to be secrecy.
Yeah, that's the worst thing to do. For me,
you're in a relationship and you find out
that's
you find out that
that's what I'm saying.
the girl you like, you
That's
love so much is cheating on you.
And
Harris, will you answer the question?
And then where it hurts, right? What am I saying is when I speak of being secrecy, don't allow me to get to know about it. Yeah.
What do you mean?
What I mean is this: at times we understand people can be influenced. We understand the relationship. When you start to progress in your relationship, when you start to hold on in a relationship, that's when you get to know the forces that are fighting you. That's when your challenges come in different forms. Right? For some of us, when you choose to be faithful to your partner and move on, that's when the difficulties time. I mean, that's when you experience difficulties, right? To even have your own finance to sustain a relationship becomes a problem. For some, that's when the forces start to come from all over. That's when your woman becomes beautiful in the eyes of everyone. They try to tempt her and thing. And you understand women
and
are
you
weak
find
about
out.
it. And that's when your husband becomes so loving and caring in the eyes of other women. They want to do everything to get to your man. Now, so what happened is, for me, it's good that when these things happen, look in my face, say, Harris, I made a mistake. This is what I did. I'm sorry. I mean, on mine, anyone who is able to identify that mistake and say sorry, it places them in a position that what they did, it wasn't intentional.
The last time I checked, you did not maintain a relationship after the girl you found out that she cheated.
I don't know to where you come up with a determination, because
you think people will not believe us that we had a conversation.
Because as I speak, unless as I speak. No,
I don't be talking these things on the radio.
You know the radios are played.
It's a Good Morning Liberia. You connect again.
I will make friends.
Okay, so just trying to pull your legs. It's good to be here, folks. Harris, how do you solve problems? How do you solve problems between you and your loved one, your fiancé, your wife, and how do you solve problems? What is the best way? What is the best way to solve problems in a relationship?
I believe in dialogue. And I believe in two persons dialogue. I hate to be confronted by more than two persons solving my relationship issue. That's one of the things I hate. Honestly, that's one of the things I hate in relationship.
You don't like second party coming in
party in my relationship.
In the relationship.
No matter the degree, no matter the gravity of the problem situation. That's why you see, when I have a problem with my girlfriend, right, or my wife, when she wrongs me, If she's not able to identify or to realize what she did was wrong, I'll be able to tell her, say, hey, what you did it was wrong. I don't like it. All right. I don't want you to do it again. You know why? Because I still value that relationship. I don't want things to get out of hand. If you feel like you're the best man, there are 100 men that are better than you. If you feel that lady loves you, so you take advantage of her, there are 100 men out there that are wanting her. So if she wrongs me and she's not able to identify her wrong, I'll be able to point out to her, say, hey, what you did was wrong. If she still refused, right, to accept her wrong, that's where the problem comes in.
To be one-on-one, you're going to engage
I
her and
mean,
say, this
I
is
do it. If she wrongs me, then for instance, maybe I caught her on something on some kind of stuff I don't like, right? I engage her. Hey, what you did was wrong. I don't like it. This is how I want it to be. This is how I think is the best way. At that point, if she refuses to listen to me, I let her be. A day passes by and the second one, and yet and still she refused. Then it becomes something now we're gonna go lock our ears. They're gonna go lock
So
our
you are
ears.
you are a man who engages a woman whenever there is a problem.
No, definitely I do. I do. Whether I wrong her, whether she wrongs me, I do it. Because you know why?
That's not
I
one of my
always cherish
attributes.
that, no wonder why you still struggle to have a serious relationship anyway. But I mean no harm.
No, but what is stuff? I can mind you. I can mind you saying that. I can blame you saying that because uh, not too many people will believe what you say. Because I told you I've pushed you against the wall to tell me the real you haven't. But people know me. I'm being followed. I'm really, really being followed. So whenever I do something, that's why I don't just mess on my social media, all of my social media pages. That's why I don't just mess. I'm being followed.
Neither do I.
I'm really, really being followed. But it's good. So we'll go into our next conversation. 40 minutes after 9. Today is set aside for like say social discussion. So we're going into our next discussion this morning. Women, let the women call on the other one here because when they hear they say that men cheating on them, they way they can be crying around here, be calling people. Say, I think Harry said one thing and I like. He doesn't like second party coming in his relationship, and sometimes for me, at a certain point, I don't like it. When yes, at a certain point, I don't like it, but I listen whenever my partner does that. I listen whenever my partner does that and inviting somebody into the relationship. Apparently, she maybe like she wronged me, right? And she decided to bring in somebody. She feels that we cannot settle it, and then she brings in somebody for the person to help settle. So sometimes you need to be someone who can listen. Though it is irritating that there are some things that I want you to realize, or the degree of that offense. Then you go and tell another person. The person can call me. What did the person tell you? Then the person explain exactly what happened. That's
Is it what the things that mean? I don't know what to start from say.
but I think you can ask the person better. So it's crazy. It's crazy, real. Like it's crazy. But it's good to be Harris.
Oh, just go corner. Who you on that morning?
Harris, you having
Mhm.
your relationship, a concrete relationship, and you decided to bring you and your relationship, you guys are together, and you decided to bring, like you rendering assistance to your little brother in the house, and you brought in your little brother. He's working, he's doing some things, and then you guys are happily living as a family. And your wife, the first child, she gave birth. The second child, she gave birth to the second child. Two children. You're in the house. Fellow Liberians, this is the second conversation, the second topic this morning. I know we're coming shake tables this morning. Okay, so you brought your brother in the house and your wife there, you guys are happily living together, and your wife got pregnant, the first child. Oh, honey, I'm pregnant. You took responsibility. You started doing some things. The second, you did some things. And at the end result, after some years in the home, your woman started to misbehave. So you decided to do some checkup and background investigations. What was actually ongoing? One day you came from work, you met your woman, your wife, your girlfriend. In Liberia, we say some people, you and the person living 25 years, 50 years, you want to marry the person, you see that your wife. So the system. So once you guys spend more than 5 years now, you just consider yourself husband to and wife now. You will just marry yourself in the house. So one day you came from work and you met your little brother and your wife in bed. The children have gone to school. You met your little brother and wife in bed. Got confused. What happened? What did you do this? What have I done to you? You tried to investigate. And then your heart ran. At the time you brought your brother in the house, and then this lady has 2 kids for you. So you decided to do a DMA because it is scary for your little brother that you're providing assistance to, to go have an affair with your wife in the same house. Even if it can be in the same house, it is scary. So you went to do DNA, and then you found out that the 2 kids are not yours. You found out that the 2 kids are not yours. So you decided to ask the woman who the kids for. And the woman look in your face and tell you the kids are for your little brother. You're strong as a man. So maybe the man will start to judge himself whether I'm putting, like whether he can really make for a woman to get pregnant and stuff and things, but you're good. It's just that it never happened at that time. And then after the DNA result shows that you are not the biological father of those 2 kids, he decided to ask the woman who is the father. And then she tells you your brother, in all fairness, your brother is the one who is responsible. For the man angle, what will you do? What will be your decision? And then for the women, one for the women then to call now. Let the women call too now. 20 minutes after 9. For the women angle, you have your little sister in the house, and you have you and your husband, you're living together, you bring a little sister very sexy, and at the end result, the man start going around it, she got pregnant. You and your husband prevail on the man every time. Go bring the man that pregnant you. Oh, the boy run away. Only because that the man ain't knocking the thing in the house. Oh wow. Yeah.
We'll tell them at 9:30. We'll take calls on the discussion.
Yeah. So the girl is there. Anytime you ask her the first child, go and bring the what is that? The man that pregnant you. Oh, the boy run away, and you kept on it till you book your husband and your little sister in bed. Then they want to go do DNA. The man is responsible for the 2 children. We're going to take calls on this conversation, folks. You as a woman, your little sister born 2 children for your husband. Your little brother born 2 children by your wife in the same house. Years in, years out, you've been living with your enemy. They are your enemies. Let's consider them that way. What will you do? How will you even approach this situation? It's on Good Morning Liberia. Socially, we connected and want to hear you out this morning. I know some people will not take it.
Yeah, back up for this other topic myself. I'm not be afraid.
You're afraid.
Because this involves
It's not easy.
This is very difficult.
0770 907
I really want to listen to the callers. Honestly,
0880 907
I like people
907.
talking about relationship.
I
I think they won't talk. They won't talk. This is more than what I expect.
0770 907 907. 0880 907 907 are the numbers. We got a fresh call of the line. Are you a woman of mine?
Good morning.
Good morning,
Very
a
good.
woman. Let's hear you. What's your name?
My name is Kubo. Calling from 20th Street.
20th Street. Let's hear you, Kubo.
Yeah, it's in my case. I will ask my husband to go all as he said to the community. I love my husband. And my sister. Whenever I can do, I can take the kids and pull her out.
Pull her out?
Yes.
Why are you putting her out? Give me one reason.
Whenever I see her in the house, I will feel her and I will think her the same will stay happy.
How are you going to consider those cases?
Because they are my husband's children, so I will consider them. Apart from that, she's my sister.
Are you going to live with that?
Yes, I will live with her.
You sure of what you're saying? You really sure? Just give us certain thing from your heart.
Definitely. Chris, you need something.
Actually, it can hurt and believe that it can hurt, but
now you believe it can hurt. Not something you
Now,
believe.
but you gotta believe
it can hurt.
It has the ability to even cancel what you have, what you feel for like a little sister or a little brother. What our baby say in the message, I walk away and go.
Hello?
It's good, sir? No,
Chris is out.
The message go find different girl.
You gotta dress away from your receiver. Oh my word.
This is trouble.
Go ahead. Just away from your receiver. Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead, my man. You gotta leave from where you are. What's your name? Oh my word. It sounds very 9:30 will take our guests on the show.
Just as you go corners and you walk away and find different girl. Life must go on. They probably didn't now able to settle with him.
Good morning.
Good morning, caller.
What's your name? Where you coming from?
How you doing?
You fine?
Yeah. I enjoyed the topic this morning. The topic is interesting.
Let's hear you now.
For me, definitely, I let them have a visit of me.
You say what?
You provide small marble to marry. You just get a small boy.
Yeah, that's the moment. I don't want to for you marry. Yeah, that's your woman. I want trouble.
What kind of trouble now? You think you will be like? What would be the feeling?
Yeah, I'll tell you, man. I said, man, that's your woman. Marry. Yeah, that's your children.
Why? Because mind you, y'all be going for a family meeting or anything. When you go for a family meeting, you see your brother.
But if you go for a family meeting, I'll tell that man, so that's your woman because I get children two of you guys, so you're not part. I'll be the one on the I'll be the one on the front. There's one more. Yeah, because the issue is she must not get children. She must begin. I didn't want to get children, so I'm married. Yeah.
Good morning. Let's hear you the name of your call.
I'm Spencer calling from Central Virginia, man.
Let's hear you.
Yeah, that's a good thing to ask that question for the shall we show small light on it for. It's a real serious bad thing. For me, I would try taking my charity eat on a nigga who would do that shit to me as my little brother, whatever big brother, whatever it may be, whatever ready to. Yes, because it's a death. It's close to death or more than death, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We all from different era, even though we are the same, but we're from different places. You can't do that in some part of different places, you know what I'm saying?
So
you can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a real serious situation. You be kidding me?
You see it as a serious and total wickedness.
Yeah, but what you say? What would you do? I should take my if that yeah I will sure go out of anger. I'm not harming you. It will no longer be he will be dead and gone. Yeah.
Wow. I think for the men's side it's very difficult. The women can take it. Thank you. The women can the women no. Sometimes the women can take it, but the man, brother, you for example, brother, you notice that somebody yeah, behind your gate, and you go see the person face to face, my man. You know how it hurts.
Gibson G Secret will have to help us to set our life
So
on the live
that,
here.
yeah, Gibson.
I trust they are listening.
Yeah. So we're about to take a break on this conversation. It's 9:28. Like we said, I will take 2 minutes, right? And at 9:30, we'll call it a day on this segment. This is just for you. Social thing and enjoy yourself. Good morning, Liberians. Here. My name is April and Parker. Harris Willie is here as well. We'll take us right on this line 5. Yes, indeed. Line 5. Good morning. Good morning. Let's hear you.
For me, what happened in like is
What's your name?
I'm Ali Paris, my name.
Okay, Ali, let's hear you.
Yeah, for me, what happened in that case, I just did it with my little brother.
You just leave a woman with your little brother?
Yeah, because it's getting me ready, so
I mean, that your woman, that you don't want brother, woman, you want your little brother. Maybe the man try to help you. Maybe you're wasting time with the team.
No, I don't help him. I don't help.
How will you see the man anytime maybe you guys meet and so like everlasting enemy ship? Man, that woman Benny coming getting enemy ship with your brother. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, this person on line 5. Good morning. Let's hear you.
Good morning. Give value again from Morrison's Farm.
Morrison's Farm. Let's hear you, my brother. Go ahead.
Yes. The issue is simple. And I'm a late brother. My blood brother at that rate too.
Yeah.
So for me, I don't get a problem with that kind of thing. I don't know my brother. Yes. Anything, I think I my man. Some place you go, you leave I my woman alone. The children and party for me. Yes, so I take care of my woman and the children.
Wow.
Yes. Yeah.
You take care of the woman and your children, and what if you know that man after some years that man will come back? The man say I want my children.
I can come back.
But the children for you.
But the children for you, brother. The better you don't hurt your heart.
And my brother, the man, like he stole from me.
He stole from you?
I stole him at them.
So he decided to return. He decided to hold fast to the story and then say, wherever you see your property,
I take it,
yeah.
Thanks for joining us, my brother.
Okay.
This guy went there and killed me. This person, I think we're gonna take our guest now. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Let's hear you.
My name is Prince Nathaniel Brother, and I come on
District 13. Let's hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. Why I say I think it's very interesting. When something happened in my case, man, when come to woman, man, I can't come out with nobody.
You can compromise.
I can't come out with nobody with woman, man. So I don't think it's a very big lamp. I'm a begin. I want to see that family. Me now, no comment meeting. Will be a complete hit. I will now see. I will now do everything will be in my whole entire life.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. So the woman, I will die there, and it will be a complete hit. I will now anywhere from anybody can talk. Somebody talk. It being form. They in a place.
You will let her go.
I will let her go. I will let her go with my paper, and for that I give them. I play low and now to start to read, now to call a woman, and I ban all of them with that ugly eye.
You go with that feelings, that type of hatred.
The pain will be in me because whenever I see that, I will feel at most. So I now have a bit from the scene and say, no, in my whole life, if they're going so good there, I want to see them as a dinner on the road. I'll either take my bike around or go to the place, and not go out.
Thank you. This person. Good morning. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Let's hear you.
Yeah, once again, I'm taking my promo call him to come later.
Do community. Let's hear you. Go ahead.
Dada, that means I ain't see anywhere around me. Anything pertaining to me, you know what?
In your whole life, they're mentioning fasting you.
In my whole life, where you see a rabbit in you fire it.
Yeah, you say what? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, that begin by getting packed.
All right, I think you, Harris, you can just start the conversation now. It is.
Yeah, we gotta send it live.
Yeah, but then you just have to be stuff. So we got to go on this edition of the show. Tell us, no, you wouldn't go.
You want to go?
No.
Yeah, definitely want to do so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to go with this.
You do the stuff, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I need him to just have a name on. Please,
yeah,
we got to go our technician.
Yes, so we're doing everything possible. This is Good Morning Liberia. Our guest sits in up to 10 o'clock talking more about boss take. Yes, all the bread, the fun getting is about time you come out and show your talent. It's on Good Morning Liberia, folks. And it's on this edition of the show. Welcome, those of you just joining us. Let's have ourselves a great time. And this I will go home on the this edition of the show, and it continues, right? But in a different form and manner. So Harris indeed will take the conversation up from here, and we going to run up to 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, indeed, we take the news. So our guest is indeed up, and it's been added. Yes, Harris, you start the conversation from your end.
Yeah, Marco, we got to do it at this. Yes, get to hear from more. We have to do it at this. Folks, we love to say welcome to the final segment of the show right here. Like I told you, our guest is in. We're going to have him introduce himself quickly because we're pressed with time. We failed to go have this strictly 1 hour, but he himself didn't live up to the time as expected, so we have to do it. Because what we're about to get involved in the discussion is a Liberia think, and so that's why we gave it serious attention. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
You're going to speak to the microphone. Oh, this is not on. All right. Go ahead.
Good morning, and thanks for having me.
The audience out there listening want to know who do we have in the studio. You care to introduce yourself quickly and where you come from?
I'm Jay Bo, a filmmaker. I'm a director, a producer, script writer.
And so you work directly with the film industry in Liberia.
Absolutely.
Does Liberia has a film industry?
Liberia does have a film industry, but we are not like other film industry. We are striving to get there, and the past few years, 2 years, Liberia, have been putting out few movies, quality movies. We just need the strategies and the best marketing mechanism to get the ball rolling.
All right, so then we move on now, because the reason why I asked that question, I have followed in recent times the movie industry in Liberia, and one of the things we must point out to there are several challenges, especially the market system. Now, many Liberians are giving attention to the movie industry in Liberia. To some extent, when we tie down the problem to the lack of support. But you as a director, you are working in this industry for a very length of time now. What have you observed as the problems, the challenges affecting the film industry in Liberia, to that of which is causing Liberians not giving attention to to the work that you do?
Basically, there are a lot of factors surrounding the poor quality of film in Liberia and people not paying attention to filmmakers. Um, we don't have the investment. We don't have investors. They don't believe in the industry. They don't believe that this industry can transform the economy of Liberia. Banks are not giving loan. So producers and directors are putting hands in their own pocket to get funds for their film production. In other countries, you have bank coming in to give loan. You have sponsors coming in to sponsor this film production. But for Liberia, you will have to raise your own money, work hard, and earn money, and then you can and invest it into your film production. It's just the love, the passion that Liberian filmmakers have. That's why we keep striving every time. And the government is actually not putting in more effort. It's not supporting the film industry because the government does not believe that this film industry, can help the economy of Liberia. So you will often find that Liberian film will have poor quality. Liberian won't be producing films, on a normal basis. So just few producers will be producing quality films. So these are the challenges that we are having.
And someone wants to understand, how does it work in other countries? I believe you, as a director, you have visited so many countries across Africa, right? And you understand how the various countries nowadays, we ask Liberians who want to witness the Nigerian film, Liberians who want to witness the Ghanaian film, but not give interest to their own thing. And there are Liberians here. They have the talent; they can do it better and can do it even more than what the Ghanaians are doing, evidenced by Finger Tools, right? He rose from Liberia and he represented us to a larger extent. So someone wants to understand, how does it work in other countries, the film industry, how is it being supported in other countries than Liberia?
Well, every institution in other countries, they are supporting their film industry because it's making a lot of money. They have built the infrastructure for film, production. There are cinemas all over their country in their different states. For Nigeria, for Ghana, they have different types of cinemas. So if you, as a filmmaker that will put out a film today, like we are going to premiere our film in other countries around us, every state will premiere that film the same time. So if you have like 15 states, in all of the 15 states, at least you will have one cinema hall in all of those states.
All of those states.
Yes. And then you will premiere that same day. So you will make a lot of money, a lot of return from your film production. And because of that, and the banks are coming in, to give loan to the filmmakers. Corporate entity are coming in to sponsor film production. Private investors are coming in to invest in film production. Before, as we are striving today in Liberia, it used to be like that in Ghana, in Nigeria, but now these institutions are coming on board to invest because they know how much film is providing job for the public. You see, the entire country. If you see Nigeria today, the second highest employer in Nigeria is the entertainment industry, next to agriculture. But for us, our people, our government do not really believe that filmmaking or entertainment can actually help the economy of Liberia, which is not true.
All right. And so we're gonna move on. I love the way you place it, because we have seen in other countries across Africa that the film industry, the music industry has to some extent employed a lot of young people. You see today in some African countries, young people are diverting from just being into politics, and they are getting involved in filmmaking, in music production, because that sector is to some extent employing young people. So we hope you work up in Liberia. We're gonna move now. I told you directed a movie, and that movie will be premiering anytime soon. But first, they gave us a genesis of the movie. How did you came about that movie? At what point in time did you realize that such a piece was good for our country?
A colleague of mine that was in the US called Love Weir, um, she contacted me. She already had, this project that she did in the US, um, but it wasn't that successful. So she contacted me and said, I have this project. I want us to work together. It's Boss Chick. Um, I did it before, but I want to do it again in Liberia. So she said, let's work on the script. So we started to work on the script. I worked on it here, and then I sent it to her, and she, edited the script. And we just set up time, and she came down, and we did the shoot actually. It was kind of difficult. It was a difficult situation back then because it was during the coronavirus, and we were shooting, throughout the coronavirus, you know. So we did the project. It was kind of difficult. It was stressful. It was intensive, and a lot of budget. A lot of funds was invested into that production. Everything came out of the pockets of the producer, Love Weir. We never had investors actually. We never had bank given loans because, like I said, they didn't believe in, till now, they don't believe in the film industry. Yeah, so my producer had to raise that fund all by herself, to pump into this production. And today we are here.
And so let's look at. I want us to do it bit by bit.
Yeah.
Right. Let's begin with the characters. Those are add in the movie. One of the problems Liberians have with the movie that have been produced in this country is the characters are staring these movies and things. I mean, the way they profile the addiction. I mean, the way they act. I mean, the way they manage the stage. Right. All of these things, to some extent, give value to the movie. I want you to give us, I mean, a clear illustration of the characters that is within this movie. I mean, they are different, the different roles they play, and how and how they play that role. You think is best that this movie, when it's out, will represent Liberia.
Well, there are a lot of versatile people in Liberia, but the problem is because of the branding of the film industry, not a lot of people who have the potential want to be a part of it. So if you call for audition, many people who are capable, they wouldn't come for that audition. So what actually I do as a producer and a director, I go on social media and go into the inboxes of these people, try to convince them to come on board. One of the person that I talked to come on board was Luke Dakina. He was the first Liberian, one of the first two Liberians that were part of um, um, Big Brother Africa. Yeah, Big Brother Africa in South Africa back then.
Okay.
Yeah, he represented Liberia. So I talked to him. I know, his capability.
Yeah, no one.
Yes, but I know that when I call for the audition, he might not come. So I reached out to him, and he was like, once it's something of quality, I'm in. And I did the same with Natasha Smith. Natasha, I worked with her before, and I contacted her to come on board because I knew what she could deliver. And then the next person was Rika. I saw her from the Big Brother Liberia. So from the way that she was kind of active, in the house, I was kind of planning to work with her. I said, as soon as this girl come out of this house, she will be one of the first person I will work with, because she was so talented in the house. So that's how, once the project was ready, I contacted her. And she was kind of hesitant about doing the production, because she had not, done any movie before. She doesn't know about how it works. And I went to her house. I talked to her, and told her everything about the film production, how I was going to support her in the process, and she accepted. And definitely, when she went on set, she was marvelous.
Wow.
Yeah.
So do you pay the characters you bring on board? I mean, do you pay them? How do you manage them?
Well, for the talent that we use, they worth more than what we could afford. But based on the entertainment industry, based on the support, we weren't really getting the support. So we have a mutual understanding with these artists. We cannot say pay, we can compensate.
Yeah.
Because we don't have the budget now to pay artists. We can only compensate them through mutual agreement. Yeah. So, but Liberia has talent. I'm telling you, Liberia has some of the best talents in Africa.
How can we bring those talents out? I mean, what can we do as a country? What can we do as a people, right? So that those talents out there can be placed on the spotlight. Because, like exactly you said, I've been to so many places across Liberia. I've seen potential young people. I've come across young people that have the ability to represent Liberia on the international scene. But the issue is, how can we make those individuals, those talents, to be brought on the spotlight? I mean, you are a director. You play a very critical role on that.
Yeah, there were you see this institution, the corporate entity have to come in to support, because if you can support us, we have the story coming, we have the story, every day to produce, but we don't have the budget. So if this entity, the banks, companies, corporate companies, if they can come on board and assist us, there are talented people in the street that we can get. There are people on TikTok, Liberians on TikTok, that are so talented. People who haven't even been to film institution. They haven't done anything. They haven't had any workshop, but they are so talented. We have these people in Liberia, and if the government can support us, if these entities, corporate entities can support us, I'm telling you, Liberia will be one of the best places for entertainment in Africa.
I love that courage.
I'm telling you, because we have raw talents in Liberia. That's why if a Liberian leaves from here and go to Ghana, Nigeria, he will always shine. He or she will always shine. We have so many of them in the Ghanaian industry. We have so many of them in the Nigerian industry.
Let's move forward now. We are pressed with time. Bear in mind, we're left with 9 minutes on this discussion. What is the movie all about, Boss Chick? Over time, the social media is flooded. All parts of the country you go, you see there's a huge publicity about this movie. You're going to be premiering anytime soon. But firstly, what this movie is all about, this Boss Chick movie? What's the storyline in this movie?
Well, it's just simple. The storyline, surrounding Boss Chick is about three beautiful Liberian girls who just they want to live this kind of flamboyant life. They want to deceive people about their status. So a lot of people get carried away, from the way they dress, go out there, deceive people about their way of living, and then get money from these young Liberian men, and then they just spoil life, live luxurious life, and so on. So actually, besides the talent, we were also showcasing, the tourism aspect of Liberia. So this film, you are going to see talent, you are going to see the beauty of Liberia. We were focusing on the two, how to sell Liberia, to the world. So we focus more on the talent and tourism.
And so let's look at the storyline then, where you talk about three beautiful young girls. They want to impress, right? They want to present themselves as people that have money, which of course in reality their life is completely different. Does that in any way reflect to the current day realities in Liberia, most to the young people? Because movie at times is a direct reflection of the day-to-day lives of people. That's one of the way I understand movie to be. So at times, some of these stories I must have a direct a direct representation in the lives of the people. Do we experience these things happening in Liberia?
Sure. That's why we as writers and filmmakers, we try to do these things and make films that will educate people, that will guide people from dangerous way of living. So our film Boss Chick, it teaches a lot of lessons, when it comes to young people, not just seeing, your peers out there, they wearing clothes, living luxurious life,
And you want to be there.
yeah, and you want to be like them, and you want to live the same life, not knowing how they are earning their money. So it teaches a lot. Basically, we took our story based on actual events that happen within our country, that happen within our society and things. So it's something that if young people watch, they will learn from it, and it will educate a lot of people.
What do you hope to see after this movie has been released to the public? I mean, what's your expectation? Because I believe every project has an expected outcome. Whether it be financial, whether it be moral. I mean, most of the projects we want is to impact the lives of people. What do you hope to see after this movie is out in the next or years to come? I mean, what are your expectations?
Well, we wish that this movie should give this is a series actually. It's just the first episode that we are going to show on Christmas Day. Um, but we wish to see a lot of investors coming on board to help through that, to help a lot of youth, that will get off the streets, a lot of talented people who don't have job. Not everybody will work in the office. Some people just have natural talent in them, and they can be paid for that. People can be paid $500, $1,000 per script. So they don't have to go in the street. They don't have to be there and get manipulated by anyone. So if we have investor investing into our production, um, we are going to do a lot. We are going to take a lot of young people off the streets. So I hope to see this. I hope other people will come. I hope people who have the potential to invest to come to this premiere and see what actually Liberian filmmakers are capable of, and how can we transform our economy.
We have 4 more minutes left. I continue to remind ourselves of the time because I really understand. In the next 2 minutes, I'm not going to interrupt you. Give us the premiering program where it's going to be staged. I mean, how much to enter. I mean, what are the different things we hope to expect. I mean, everything that's around this premiere in 2 minutes time. I want you to just explain everything.
So the premiere is going to be happening at the Ministerial Complex in Concourtown. It starts at 6 o'clock. The red carpet session starts at 6 o'clock. So you have to be there. You can be elegantly dressed. You come, you can take pictures on the red carpet. We're going to have a 360 camera, and then we're going to have an interaction with the cast and the crew, where we will give the audience the opportunity, give them the mic to ask questions about the series and how they are going to get the rest of the episodes, and how difficult it was to produce the series. So we are going to actually be doing a whole lot. And this premiere is going to be the biggest premiere, because our red carpet alone, just the red carpet presentation, is going to be broadcasted live, and it's going to be one of the best live, coverage in Liberia. So we actually, put this thing together. Tickets are sold at $20 for regular. You can buy your ticket on Tip Me, or if you don't have the Tip Me app, just go to any Tip Me booth and you can ask them you want the budget ticket, and they will just sell it to you. Or you can call our numbers or go on the Facebook page and send us a message. We can deliver a hard copy to you. So tickets are from $20 regular, $50 silver, 100 VIP, and 150 for our VVIP. And it comes with a Christmas package. Yes. So we are going to be having performances by Raquel Hish, who just came from Nigeria, one of Liberia's talented artists. And we are going to be having performance by Native. I think you guys know Native. So there's a whole lot. It's a different premiere that we are trying to, have here. So you will be entertained on that day. You just have to come and see it.
All right, indeed, folks, you heard it for yourself. You gotta go and see it. But how can one get the movie after it's been premiered? How can one get it?
Based on the high quality of this movie, we are aiming high. We are not just going to get it on a CD yet, so people shouldn't really expect it on a CDs. We are pushing for bigger platforms for the quality of this series. So people can just come and watch the first episode, and from there we will tell them how they can get the rest of the episode. And we are also going to be shooting in June.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to be going into full production in June. So
we got to take leave of you. Sincerely, we cannot pick up calls. I've been pressed with time. We're left with just a minute to go. Yeah, the news people are on my back already. Yeah, just a minute to go. You can just wrap up quickly. Let's know maybe.
So everyone, you can come and see this premiere. It's going to be the best premiere ever in Liberia. You've been seeing the trailer on social media, the Boss Jake series. It's a series that you need to see. Come and see the high quality. Come and interact with the actors. Come and ask them questions. You will be given the opportunity to do that. We'll be given we're having panel discussion about the production. So you all can come and be part of our 360 camera, come and be part of our red carpet. You can dress elegantly and come and have fun. So we wish to see everyone there. Just buy a ticket, call, send us a message, and you can get your ticket.
Definitely we have to go. Thanks so very kindly, and we hope to see that event go the way you expect.
Thank you very much
folks,
for having me.
This I would love to take our regular weekend break. We hope to be back on Monday with another edition of the program. Until then, April Parker has been here. The name is Harris Billy, saying have yourself a blessed weekend.